Hi everyone, welcome back. We're in the body shop again this week, in the fabrication side of the business. We're going to look at another DB6 MK2. These are actually metalworking booths. A lot of people think they're spray ovens, but they're not. We've got an aluminium booth for doing the aluminium side and a steel booth for doing the steel side of the work. This car is another DB6 MK2. This car's with us for full body off nut and bolt restoration. The car actually drove into the workshop around 4 weeks ago. From there it's been totally disassembled, every nut and bolt off it by our mechanics in the workshop, and then it comes over to the body shop. Paul, our body shop guy, he's cut the aluminium bodywork off to expose the steel superstructure on the car. Technically being a Mark II, this isn't called Superleggera. So Mark 1s have got a Superleggera badge, Mark 2s don't wear the Superleggera badge, but they're exactly the same construction. So when the car comes into the body shop, generally the first thing we do is, if it's to this standard, the steel chassis get sandblasted. This removes all of the original and built up underseal and excess paint and general detritus that the car's picked up over the years. It also highlights the areas of corrosion that we're going to repair. Paul started on this side. Generally the first step after the sandblasting is to brace the chassis. So we put these bars in to try and put a bit of strength back into the shell when we're cutting sections out. This car is actually in remarkably good condition. You can see the floor pans and gearbox tube and jacking points are pretty good in there. Paul's going to replace the sill. You can see this is the original sill that's come out. You can see the condition. That's the outer side of it there. So that would have been in there, but obviously that's far from good enough to retain. So that's all the corrosion gets cut out and then replaced with fresh steel. And this is all the sort of typical corrosion that we would expect to see. You can see here, it's probably difficult to see on the camera, but various people have probably repaired this over the years. Not as to a restoration standard, more to like an MOT repair kind of standard. So you'll see like various plates in there, which when we do this, Paul will replace all this area in there. Once we get the strength back into the sill area, Paul will then move on to do the sort of superficial metal work, things like the inner wings, rear wheel arches and things like that. Boot floor if required. This one's actually in really good condition, I think. So stay tuned and follow the progress on this particular DB6 MK2. Bye for now.